Hey guys, Zen here, and today we're diving back into some more Rainbow Six Siege, and this one includes a few things we've all been waiting a very long time for, so let's get into this, guys. Today's video begins with Season 3. Yes, you heard me correctly, ladies and gentlemen, not Season 2 with Nook and Warden in Operation Phantom Sight, but Season 3, which would actually include operators from Mexico and Peru. Now, an image on Reddit has been floating around with concept art of Nook and Mira working on engineering something together, possibly refining Nook's gadget. But on the chalkboard in the background of the image, we can clearly see two prototype gadgets that are currently being drafted by someone within Team Rainbow, possibly even Mira. Now, one of the big reasons this is noteworthy is because for those of you who don't know, Mira is actually the director of research and development at Team Rainbow, and so most of the new gadgets must go through her in some capacity before they're used in the field. With this image being basically pulled directly from the lore within the game, and also the fact that we've never seen gadgets like this introduced yet in Siege, there's a possibility this image could be alluding to some new gadgets coming in a future season, potentially Season 3. So the more obvious of the two is the grappling hook. In the image we can see the gadget and next to it is written repel. Also there are phrases that say fast and quick as well as max distance. What's most interesting to me though, and why I think this is kind of believable, is because as it is today, the operators don't use a grappling gun to repel up a building. They of course throw it out manually, and so this would be something brand new to Siege in the event it is actually a gadget. Now, I could see many uses for a gadget like this in the meta. The biggest use case for me, interestingly enough, would be to use it to repel up hatches. Now, I know it may sound a bit extra, but if operators could somehow go up through a hatch, it would fundamentally change traversing the map as a whole, and could also drastically change the flow of each and every map that is in Rainbow Six Siege. Every single map in the game has at least one hatch, and again, we only ever open them and go down them, so our brains are just trained at this point to either open it up and make a flanking route or reinforce it to prevent it from being opened. Think of how many hatches you'd have to reinforce just to remain safe from below, let alone from above. It's actually a little overwhelming to put that much map control into the hands of one gadget, but the possibility is there if this speculation is to be believed. Another use case for the gadget is actually during repelling itself. As you guys know, when an attacker repels, they are very exposed and also quite slow. The description here makes it a point to say that the gadget is fast and quick, so maybe it'll make repelling itself a faster process, which has its own set of benefits. Now, the downside to a grappling gun type gadget would obviously be the noise it makes. It's unlikely for this gadget to be stealthy, so one way to balance it out is to have it make a lot of noise and make it obvious when it's being used. So that's the buzz with the grapple gadget, but there's also some kind of gas canister being featured in this image as well. To be honest, there isn't much else here. It's a gas canister with a flame on top and the word burn with a question mark above it. If I had to guess, since that's really the only room left here, but if I had to, I'd say this is probably the vulnerable spot to a much larger flame trap potentially coming. The only other idea I've heard is that it may be hinting at another hard breaching operator coming, because anytime fire is being used in the game, it's usually to open up a reinforced wall or hatch. But to me, it only makes sense that the grapple hook is an attacker gadget and this other gadget would be for the defenders, so I'm sticking with my fire trap assumption. Now, again guys, all of this is from an image of concept art and should be treated as such until any further confirmation is made. But what do you think? Is the community onto something here with these gadgets, or is it just more over-the-top hype? Let me know down below. Next up, we have a leak. This time, it's much more official and coming from our boy Obutu3 over on Twitter, but it's the Smoke Elite, and here it is. So it looks like Ubisoft have given Smoke a more youthful, more rebellious look than we're used to here in Siege, but I can't lie, I actually kind of like this. Now, the community hasn't been as positive about this leak since it was released, and there are some Smoke mains who feel a little gypped after waiting so long for this to be his official Elite uniform. But if you guys remember, we also had this similar reaction to IQ's Elite when it was first coming out, because some people thought it just didn't fit the overall vibe of the game with its bright colors especially. Now, admittedly, I haven't been playing a lot of Smoke, and so making the connection to the operator we have today and this Elite set really isn't there for me personally. Although I'll say outside of the IQ Elite and maybe Glazes as well, this one shows a lot of personality, and I'd rather Smoke feel most comfortable in his own skin. And guys, apparently this is it. So again, big shout out to Ubuntu3 for discovering the Smoke Elite deep within the TTS files, and hopefully we can get our hands on this one really soon here. Moving on, I wanted to go over another small change to Ranked, which we should all be aware of for the upcoming season. Starting with Operation Phantom Sight, when you begin a new season of Ranked, it'll take your highest reached ELO and average it out with the baseline ELO to find your starting ELO for the season. What this basically means is that instead of starting at the very bottom every single season and needing to grind from the lowest possible ELO to say Platinum or Diamond, you'll have a higher starting point and it'll be much faster for you to earn your true rank and ELO at the beginning of a season. So this is a great quality of life change. It's going to be much quicker getting to where you're playing most competitively, and no longer will you necessarily need to start from the very bottom. Obviously, if this is your very first season of Ranked, then yes, you will start at the very bottom, but if you were a Platinum last season, it'll hopefully be faster than ever before for you to get it back. Additionally, Ubisoft says they're working on Life After Diamond for those of you who end up reaching that rank every season. The devs want a better experience as players tend to hit a brick wall of progress beyond that point. But finally, with the remainder of this video, I wanted to cap it off with some of the best moments from the previous season, as well as just thank you guys. Your support is just legendary, and your passion for this content is truly what brings me back day after day for you guys, and honestly, it couldn't be more humbling. So again, thank you so much for that. We're moving fast to that 200K, which is just insane, and I can't wait, so let's get it, guys. But I want to hear from you. Do you think these Season 3 gadgets are legit? And of course, I want to know your thoughts on the Smoke Elite. Leave everything in a comment down below. If you do enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. With that being said, it's been Zen. Hey, yeah.
Both mirrors down. Batteries. Nice. Bandit left side of B. Left side of B. Bandit. Honestly.
Catcher.
What? Catcher, still watch out. What do you need me for?
I'm on site, guys. Come on, come on.
Careful, they're up top.
EMP there.
I don't have it. I used it when you. Nice, dude. I can plant if you want.
4 last operator standing.
Main lobby with me.
Ace, let's work. Let's go.
Check.
Oh my god. Oh my.
I think he's playing.
Oh, elevator. Sledge. I don't got elevator hatch.
I got elevator hatch. They open.
Loading new magazine!
There we go, nice shot.
Ash is
bad.
behind bomb.
Yes!
One's behind bomb and A.
I'm rolling.
I can use that drone gun if you want.
Op 4 last
Nice.
stop standing.
What the hell was that Ash doing?
Nice.
Op 4 eliminated.
really wish I could
Mission
tell you.
successful.
Oh.
You were the you.
Jackal dead.
Alright, good.
Op 4 is located a bomb. You know what to do.
Still?
Shit.
Twitch dead.
IQ dead? Or maybe that one may have been Zofia.
Was that Sophia?
No matter.
No,
No.
Sophia's still up.
Friendly last operator standing. Op 4 last stop standing.
Region, where's that at?
Good kill.
Friendly is victorious.
Use my things because
Dutch.
Oh my god, that bitch jumped out. She was in the bathroom.
Echo dead.
Oh, Vigil popped out top floor.
4 last stop
Captain
standing.
dead. He's behind his shield. Mira.
There might be a captive trap there, Grid.
15 seconds
Mirror on
remaining.
B, right on ping, right on ping. Right,
10 seconds remaining.
Planting.
Grid is planting. I think.
5 seconds remaining. Diffuser is online and active.
I'm out of ammo! We move carefully. Time
Behind
to
you, behind you.
Reloading.
She's still with Monty. She's on me. No.
One friendly operator remaining.
She has no health. Zero health. 1 health. Nice.
Op 4 neutralized.